In Matthew chapter 24, there's a section in Matthew chapter 24. It's called by most Bible scholars as the Olivet Discourse. The reason it's called that is because Jesus gave this teaching on the Mount of Olives, and it relates to much of his second coming, things in the last days. But it gives an insight to something here in Matthew chapter 24 that we'll read in just a moment that has a layered approach to it. It's not just about a prophecy coming forth in the last days. It also teaches us a principle for life. And that's what you'll see many times in Scripture. There are layers of understanding in the Bible. It relates to a context back then, but it applies to our lives now. And so you see that in a lot of the prophecies of Scripture. And let me take you to Matthew chapter 24 and look at what Jesus said about this battle that we're in. But understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what time of night the thief was coming, he would have kept watch. Notice that, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. Let's look at these phrases just for a moment. So he's talking about a house, he's talking about an abode, an environment. And Jesus said, if someone living in a house knew what time a thief was showing up, they would be prepared for the thief, right? If you got a call today and said, by the way, 3 a.m. Monday morning, I'm going to come to your house and steal everything, what would happen at 3 a.m. at your house? You'd have the police there, you'd have the SWAT team there, you'd be you might have the National Guard there, who knows? But you're going to be ready for that situation because the thief told you when he's coming. No thief is going to ever tell you when I'm going to show up. And so Jesus is giving us the concept, the idea that you never know when the thief is going to arrive at your house, okay? Now, who is the thief? John chapter 10, verse 10 defines the thief for us. The thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, and that is known as the devil himself. And so I will tell you that there is a thief that wants to come to your house, and he wants to break in. Now, this phrase in the Greek language, break in, is also quite interesting. Actually, the basic meaning of this word is to dig through. And that makes sense because back in those days, most of the walls of a house were made of mud and clay, maybe some rocks along the way. And so you would dig through, a thief could dig through. You're not breaking a window or door down. You're digging through maybe a tunnel-like thing so that you can surreptitiously make your way into that house. So please understand, Jesus said there's a thief that's going to come to your house, and he's trying to get into your house so that he can break in and steal from you. That's what a thief does. And you and I need to do what? We need to, say it with me, keep watch. Because he wants to dig through, enter into your house.